If you are planning a trip from Madrid to Barcelona and vice versa, considering booking your tickets as one-ways rather than a round-trip ticket to save extra money. The onboard TV monitor was displaying our actual speed. 2 minutes later, we reached 294 km per hour. I wanted to make room for some fish in my diet today. I've been eating mostly meat since I arrived in Spain. This is my train report for IRYO 6280, a 2-hour and 30-minute non-stop journey from Barcelona to Madrid.
Catch flights, not feelings.
Hola amigos, estoy ahora en España. Mixed emotion woke me up early today. I'll be traveling to 2 destinations in just one day. First, I'll head to Barcelona Sands for my high-speed train journey to Madrid. Then late at night, I'll be flying to Paris. Returning to Madrid is actually a result of my mistake in booking a flight that was supposed to be from Barcelona to Paris. Upon checking my booking, I later realized that I made a mistake by selecting Madrid as the origin instead of Barcelona. This error turned out to be a blessing rather than a disappointment when I discovered that I had secured a cheaper business class flight to Paris for the price of an economy ticket. Yes, you heard it right, I hit the jackpot. But I will share the complete story in my flight report to Paris via Iberia. For now, join me in my adventure to Madrid. I feel fortunate that my hotel is just a few meters away from the metro and Barcelona Sands Terminal is only 1 train ride away. As a first-time tourist, I must say that Barcelona never fails to amaze me with its creativity. From Gaudi's work to seeing a public street escalator for the first time, and now experiencing this slant elevator, Barcelona's creativity is overwhelming. Feeling overloaded, I struggled to find my way to Sands Terminal. I was taken aback when I realized that I had taken the wrong exit onto the street just a few meters from the terminal. Bracing the cold morning breeze, I walked to the terminal. When I reached the security gate, I attempted to pass through, and to my surprise, they allowed me to, despite it being too early for my boarding time. This was unlike the experience at Madrid Antocha Terminal, where they only permit passage 60 minutes before boarding. Since I still had an hour and a half before checking in for my 8:10 train ride, I took the opportunity to stroll around the terminal. With the crowd queuing up, I would say this trip is a blockbuster. The boarding process was easy. I simply showed my QR code to the attendant and passed through smoothly. When I descended into the station, I found that the train orientation started from the fourth car. Since I need to board the first car, I had to walk a bit farther. With my bag attached to each other, I took extra time to send them to the cart one by one for easier mobility. I'm riding the Infinita Bistro again for this trip, and I'm in seat 11D, just like my last journey from Madrid to Barcelona. After placing my bags in the baggage area, I quickly stepped outside to take a shot of the train's nose. This is my train report for IRYO 6280, a 2-hour and 30-minute non-stop journey from Barcelona to Madrid. While we await departure, allow me to introduce you to my spot at Infinita Bistro Seat 11D. The singular seat boasts lavish leather upholstery for unparalleled comfort, adorned with elegant IRYO logo delicately embroidered on its headrest. Conveniently tucked beneath, you will find a power outlet to keep your devices charged throughout the journey. A generously sized tray table awaits, catering to all your gadget requirements. Just below the front of the seat, a discreet trash bin is at your service. The train departed the terminal on time at 8:10 a.m. IRYO Train 6280 is using the same fleet of trains that I rode on my previous trip from Madrid to Barcelona. If you are curious about the train's specification, you can watch the video link in the description. A few minutes into our journey, I connected to the onboard Wi-Fi. The infotainment options were available, but the content, like the movies, had a hard time loading. I tried to access an external website, but it was not accessible. Additionally, the GPS signal was down, just like on my first journey with IRYO from Madrid to Barcelona. After a while, I noticed that the onboard TV monitor was displaying our actual speed. At 8:43 a.m., we were traveling at 204 km per hour. By 8:52 a.m., our speed had drastically increased to 264 km per hour. And 2 minutes later, we reached 294 km per hour. After enjoying the landscape of Barcelona, breakfast was served at 9 a.m. I had pre-ordered my meal during the booking process. This time, I chose the Nordic breakfast. I wanted to make room for some fish in my diet today, I've been eating mostly meat since I arrived in Spain. On my plate, I had a smoked salmon, guacamole with pomegranate seeds, boiled quail eggs, cherry tomatoes, and arugula for the salad. There was also bread, a cracker, and of course, hot coffee and orange juice. Every time there's bread and coffee in front of me, I can't resist dipping the bread into the hot coffee. It's been a childhood habit of mine. I'm really happy with this kind of breakfast, especially topping the smoked salmon with guacamole spread on crackers. It's healthy but satisfying. To my surprise, this meal also includes a piece of chocolate for dessert. And this chocolate is made in Barcelona. Its taste reminds me of somewhat of the Philippine chocolate brand Goya. This refreshing view is perfectly complemented by a cold orange juice to end my breakfast. This journey is a return booking trip. I made my booking from Madrid, Barcelona and vice versa in one booking. I reserved a round-trip ticket 12 days ahead and managed to snag a good deal on Madrid to Barcelona for only 59 euros. However, my Barcelona to Madrid leg was much more expensive at 79.10 euros, resulting in a 20 euro difference. The total fare came to 138 euros. Returning to Madrid turned out to be more expensive, contrary to my expectation that booking ahead of time for a round trip would give me an extra discount. To my surprise, I discovered it's actually cheaper to avail of the ticket as a one-way fare. So, if you are planning a trip from Madrid to Barcelona and vice versa, considering booking your tickets as one-ways rather than a round-trip ticket to save extra money. After breakfast, I decided to stay at my seat instead of wandering around the other cars. Since I noticed that this trip was packed with passengers, I prefer to respect their privacy and refrain from filming. If you're curious about what the other cars look like, you can click the link in the description below for the videos. I love seeing trains along our way. It brings back memories of playing with my train sets during my childhood. As we approached the Madrid-Antocha terminal, it started to sink in that in a few hours, I'll be leaving Spain for Paris. During my 10 days in Spain, I enjoyed every moment, though I know there are some unfinished business. I'm aware that soon I'll return to Spain not as a tourist anymore, but in a different capacity. At 10:40 a.m., we arrived at Madrid Atocha on time. I let the other passengers disembark first so I could take some extra shots and capture a few more moments. After organizing my luggage, I went to the nose of the IRYO train to bid my final goodbye and express my gratitude for our wonderful journey. And that concludes my train report on IRYO 6280, a non-stop journey from Barcelona to Madrid. Stay tuned for the next episode of my Iberia Business Class Suites adventure. Hasta pronto, amigos!
Catch flights, not feelings.
Nadie como tú, no hay un sustituto.
Pasito a pasito, suave suavecito.